Hi everyone, my name is Phillip Choshi, a student in University of South Africa, UNISA in short, of which is based in South Africa. My focus area is information and communication technology for development and also digital technology for teaching and learning. I conducted this study with my two supervisors. The first one is Professor Ian Sanders, and the second one is Professor Judy van Biljon. Our study is under the title that says Mobile Applications in Supporting Open and Distance Learning Students Research. So when the study was conducted, it is because students in open and distance learning, especially in developing countries, have problems in accessing information resources because of there are some constraints. And the constraints include isolation, lack of collaboration, internet access, and time management. The motivation of the study is to provide insight of the value added by the mobile application and recommendations for improving the functionality of similar applications such as Mobile Edu, Think and Learn, and also SciPro. The study was guided under the research questions that says, to what extent can a usable mobile application serve as a supporting tool for honors research students in an ODL environment in developing countries? And then in this study, we have two research objectives, of which the first one is to develop a mobile application as a tool for honors research students in an ODL environment to support their activities of information access, collaboration, and also information sharing. And the second one is to allow students to access information resources, share research articles, and share ideas, interact with each other, and also form study groups. And then when we were conducting the study, we were following the methodology known as design science research. The design science research was followed because of the following reasons. Number one, the DSR, of which is design science research, follows the correct process for planning and developing artifacts to resolve experiential problems, to make research contributions, to assess the plans and development of the artifact, and also to present the outcomes to appropriate audiences. The second reason was that the DSR artifacts include constructs, models, and methods, and this helped in developing a mobile application. DSR, the last reason is that DSR includes new properties of technical, social, and informational resources. So now, in design science research, there are steps that should be followed when conducting the research. So in this case, we also had to follow the process where the study, as the diagram depicts here, if you can check on step number one, it says identify the problem. In our case, we introduced the problem as indicated in slide number 2. And the second step is to define objective of a solution. And then in our case, we define a solution in slide number 3. So the third step is to design and develop an artifact. So in our case, that's where we were developing the mobile application. And step number 4, that's where the designed artifact or design mobile application was demonstrated. So in this case, after this, we had to go to step number 4, where we evaluate the artifact. By evaluating the artifact, it was also at the usability testing, where we where we conducted the parallel study by inviting 2 students to participate. During the usability testing here, the participants realized or found that the mobile application could not upload the electronic article. So now, since the design science research have an iteration process, we had to go back to step number 3, where we redesign and develop an artifact. So, and thereafter, we had to follow the other steps again, where the app was demonstrated on step number 4, and also being evaluated again in the usability testing on step number 5. So at this stage, we found that all the functionalities of the mobile applications are working. And then we moved on to the last step, of which is communication. So in our case, this is where we are presenting the study now. And then we also had to generate data, both quantitative and qualitative. And the quantitative data was generated from the PSSUQ, of which is Post-Study System Usability Questionnaire, of which was analyzed using the Statistical Package for Social Science, SPSS. But here, in our case, we are just focusing on the qualitative data. And then the qualitative data were generated from the structured post-interview questions, where each participant had to answer a predefined set of questions. So now, during the post interview, we interviewed 30 students who were participated, of which 17 were were males and 13 were females. So now the data was analyzed using the thematic analysis. So in our outcomes, or in the results, we found that the evaluation results show that the tool supports collaboration effectively by allowing students to access and share information. And beside the proof of concept, the theoretical contribution also lies in sharing the recommendations for improving the functionality of similar applications. So the results of this study show that the mobile application provides continuous information access to users, regardless of their geographical location and time. The evaluation of the application also confirmed participants found the mobile application useful for supporting information access. And then furthermore, on the outcomes, participants indicated that the mobile application helps them to interact and collaborate with each other in terms of general support and staying connected to overcome isolation constraint. So the findings from the usability evaluation task indicated that the participants were generally of their opinion that the mobile application is usable in the ODL research environment. So the participants also reported that using the mobile application helped in overcoming some of the research constraints in the ODL environment. So in conclusion, the artifact provides a solution to existing information sharing and collaboration constraints that affect students in ODL. The application clearly addresses specific needs such as isolation, lack of interaction, expensive technologies, example, broadband, and time management for working students, for learning not addressed by learning management systems. Participants specified that they most enjoyed sharing their own ideas and collaborating with peers. And then future research is still necessary to evaluate the application at the residential universities. Thanks for your attendance and also listening. Any question?